Lentor Gardens. So every time Lentor launches a new project, the same comment will appear on. Wow, again, how many condos do they need? How are we going to buy all these units? And honestly, of course, if you look at the supply, you realize there's actually a lot of upcoming units. So today we're actually going to talk about Lentor Garden and how does it fare against its competitors, and also what we think about this project.
Yeah, so let's dive in. So a bit again about some disclaimer. Everything we share is based on our own opinion and our own research. If you want to buy yourself, do yourself. Please do your due diligence and your own research. Let's dive in. Okay, so if you see at the map, actually quite scary. It's almost 3,000 units in the whole of Lentor, plus the future upcoming one. And now we put 3,000 plus, right? Actually, it's quite close to 4,000 already for unit in Lentor. So today, well, the first thing people will say, like just now what Dylan has intro, right? Wow, so many units. Is there an oversupply situation? Of course, everyone will say, oh yeah, it's not an oversupply situation. But if we need to know what is oversupply. When it comes to oversupply, right, what is the real concern? It's actually everyone comes in to sell at the same time. There will be oversupply. If not, if you just see in all the condo cluster, wow, there's a lot of unit, there's oversupply.
Yes.
Then something is not, I think not a fair remark in a way.
I mean, today oversupply, actually oversupply affects who? It affects sellers, correct? And when sellers think of oversupply, what they always think about exit. Example, today, there's 3,000 units, 4,000. If I buy, next time I got so many competitors, how? So this is always the number one concern when it comes to oversupply.
So we see there is a lot of projects in the vicinity already. These are actually all the newer ones. So from the top down to below, right, you can see, of course, this one is just estimate, we're not sure, but it's almost 3,009 based on if you add up together. And this one is what we will touch on is the future Guocoland. Because later we will understand a bit actually all the competition comes in different waves. Because there are the younger one, I mean not the younger one, the projects that launched earlier, right? They can sell earlier. And they can sell much way earlier because of the SSD. So today we want to let you know that 3,009 is the wrong number to be focusing on in Lentor. We need to really dissect out what are when the people who enter, when can they sell, and people who enter at Lentor Garden, right? Who is the real competitor? Who is the benchmark? Who is the real competitor? All these things. So like what Dylan has said, not all supplies come together. So you can see there is this part, this one. Wave 1, those who before the we so-called the cooling measure that the government has just reinstated back the seller stamp duty 4 years. So most of the project already launched will not be affected. But now Lentor Garden, right, and the future Guoco, right, will be affected So if you really dissect deeper, right, this is what we. So along the way, maybe you can say, wow, the text is too small, cannot see, right? If you want this PDF, right, we can actually send you. Just drop us a DM, message us. We will be happy to send you the whole thing.
So I mean, this slide, right, what we're trying to say is that there's actually two different waves. So of course, people see 3,009, they think all going to come out at the same time 3,009. If that happens, yes, that could be an oversupply. But today, in terms of timing, in terms of SSD, there's two different batches, so we need to understand how is this going to affect, and not just look at the numbers.
And also, all these people, right, also not sell at the same time. There's some let's say, some breaks in between before they reach the. But of course, during most of the time, right, when the new project comes, there will be a demand. Then after that, right, when the demand's alright, then they will spill over to the next new one. That's always like that. That's why we call it the TOP effect. So you can see based on the 3,009 unit, right, all these here, right, the black one will not be affected. The only one that we want to focus here is when you sell, who will be your competition.
This one will be the direct competition.
Because Guoco will be the newest benchmark in the area, because right now they actually later we touch in the land cost, right? They has actually reinstate the land cost into 1,002.
They set the benchmark.
New benchmark. Because when they bought the Lentor Modern, right, it was 1,002. Everyone was shocked, Then suddenly, because Lentor Modern is a mixed development near MRT, everything, right? So that's why the land was more expensive. Then subsequently, all the land become 900, 1,001 because I've also some measure like the harmonization came in, then developers start to have some fear, all these things, then become very cautious in the bidding. So a lot of things happen during this 2 years. But right now what happened is Lentor, the Guocoland has reinstated back to 2002. So one thing that we need to be to learn is every new launch create two things. What are two?
For example, number one, this one everybody know competitor. So whenever there's a new launch, they will think, oh, okay, your new competitor come already. Maybe it will affect the resale, it will affect the area, it will affect everything. So they always think of competition. But another thing that people don't really see or don't really focus on is actually what we call benchmark. Because the new launch will usually set the benchmark for the area, especially if the price of the land they bought is high.
And if you have followed our video, actually this benchmark is also what we say the leading and lagging terms. Like the land cost. If you understand land cost, you can make smarter buy. So today, with one example, the Dover land sell at 1,500 plus. You might have heard, if you are in the market, you definitely know that the Dover land sold at 1,500. So at that area, it's a new benchmark.
It's a new benchmark. It's converted
and a developer very hard will want to lose money when they want to bid the land. They have the marketing team to spread out all the sales to make sure they have the profit margin because they are not charity organization. So meaning in a way how to say no matter what that place will hit 3,000 at Dover.
Some say it will even be higher. Average maybe 3,000.
Average 3,000. But of course, they can still start low. But after that, gradually they will start to hit the 3,000 mark and the 3,002 mark because based on the land price, very hard to go low. So we know that based on this, next time Dover 3,000. Then 1,500, 3,000 average. So today, if the Guocoland buy 1,002 plus, what are we looking? Maybe 2,600, 2,800. We say the average to higher should be this kind of thing. So where is the sweet spot when it comes to getting a unit in Lentor? At the end of the video, we also tell you what we feel if we put our money in, which is the per square foot that we need to go into. Sure, buy one. So the story of land cost, you can see here. That's why I say the start to the end. Actually, Guoco actually built push back the last time price.
Correct.
You can see from the older ones, all the 900 and the 1,001 So this is the Lentor model which I say is the mixed development It was actually 1,002 Then now Guoco beat the Lentor Central at 1,002 also. So actually we went back, like we go one circle, go back the time. So you can see everything is 900. Then today Lentor Garden, I think if you have meet agents that you inquire that you are learning you have interest on this area, they will sell the brand bought very cheap. Then the competitor next time
gonna sell higher.
So it's a very safe. This is what they are trying to tell you But is it really just simply like that? Later we will see how we actually see this
from
thing.
here we can really see and understand actually the developer has quite a bit of confidence in this area. So this is something that we also need to take note. Because we always look at the negative side, oversupply Lentor maybe not so good all these things. But this developer, maybe he knows that in the future OCR might be going, the price is going to increase.
And this is the cheapest land so far in the area. So your future neighbor pay more than you. Now we dive more. So what is the future neighbor? So this is I already say that the real competition is your future Guocoland and ending after, because they are under the 4-year SSD.
Maybe they will sell around same time.
Then the before one are all these in blue, correct? Also, we need to know how this almost 40% buffer can actually help you to make smarter choice in property. Not just buying, but today it's just like if your fundamental is just I buy cheap okay, then I just wait for the price to. Then it's like it's not framework.
But the key thing also, we always say buy cheap, We see 1,002 we buy cheap. But what is the exact price? Is cheap. 2,600 can be cheap, 2,800 can be cheap, 3,000 can be cheap. Compared to what? So this is the thing that we also want to address when we go through all these things, especially with our clients.
And also when during the launch, the different facing also where is there a premium? How the developer strategy? But we know that Kingsford has this strategy that it will slowly increase price over time. But at the launch, how he placed all the premium You also need to know, ma.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, different developer usually they employ different style of strategy. Right? If you follow the market, you will roughly know, which developer will do this way. Yeah, so maybe they will always sell high, that kind of thing.
Because right now, what we know that the Lentor Garden, right, the facing, right, some are facing the landed, some is facing the park. So, like we say, like, where is the not so good facing? Because usually why we need to find the not so good facing? So we are not really sure on.
Technically, landed and park both also not too bad, right?
But why we want to find the not so good facing one? Because we want to know the lowest.
Yeah.
Then how he thinks.
Yes.
Then from there we will know how to play the game.
Correct. Know what he's going to do lah. Yeah.
And this is what. So now also why I say Guocoland is coming back, because Guocoland in this area they already now based on this they play Monopoly here. They already this is the fourth one already, and they actually brought quite confident. They brought back 1,002 because the first one was 1,002. Now it come back 1,002 because they understand that. I think they feel that there's potential in this area lah. If not, they don't want to build so many.
Yeah, I mean definitely they have done their research. They know the plans and all that, so they got the confidence.
But actually, by right, if you study the land, right, they are quite smart in a way. Because if you use Angmo the transaction over there, right now already we sell already 2.4, 2.5 range already.
Yeah.
Then technically, the previously now even Lentor Modern also sell about 2.42 per square foot also hit already. And the new launch also like Lentora, all these things they also got hit 2007, near 2007 So something is really happening in Lentor that I think they see, and that's why they call confident to put money here You not pay, because you see just now we see Kingsford paying $920, right? This is almost 40%.
Yeah.
Because they want the land.
Correct.
If they want to, they can actually bid safer.
I mean, cannot be they don't know that Kingsford pay 900. They don't know, you're going to pay 1,200.
No, what I mean, when they bid the land, right, for this land, right, they really want it.
Yeah.
They cannot lose.
Yeah.
That's why they bid so high. In a way, I feel. That's why they don't want to, because this one is 920, then maybe they try something like maybe 1,000, 1,001. But no, they want something that they sure can get.
Yeah.
Then they did their own research.
And end up 300 PSF more.
So this is what we say that actually Guoco is quite confident in this area, and this is a 4 plot on land. And if I'm not I can't confirm, but there might be 2 more land there. So today, I think this one is people what they say
This one, yeah.
Yeah. If there is, when we know that here got 1,002 So okay, by understanding land cost, very simple term. Now a developer has bought 1,002 plus. How much they want to sell?
1,002. What do you mean?
Like for example, you see if today the land cost is already bid at 1,002, right? Developer must make money, the break even, all these things, they must make profit. So what we know, I like to do times 2 then plus a bit. So times 2, let's just say almost 2.4 okay, per square foot, and plus times about 10 to 15%. So it's about actually 2.6 per square foot maybe starting from. Today this one help you to sell how much to look attractive? Anything below because we know that safely starting from about 2.6, even 2.5
I mean, if we just do the basic calculation, the difference is 300. So let's say this one, if launch 2.3, this one will be 2.5. Basic one. Basic calculation, let's just say everything is all the same. Yeah, then you just know that this is 300 PSF more. And because they buy 300 PSF more.
So this is what we meant that maybe if you enter right. Okay, we could not say Lentor Garden still need to walk to MRT. The distance got some part of it, but still walkable. And it might not be the best plot of land. But the entry, if you play it right, you have a huge buffer. Because by the time when Lentor Garden TOP, right, the other people start to buy already. So there might be limited units left to buy. So the next one people want to come to buy from is the next newest,
correct,
which is your one. Definitely people will come and take a look. From there, then people will see, if the sub sale from this part, people will buy 2.6 will want to sell how much?
Yeah.
Even they buy the cheapest 2.6, they want to make some money, right?
Yes.
How much they want to sell?
They'll sell at least 300 PSF more.
Yeah, so 2.8, 2.9. So if they see, if you have entered about 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, right? Then you sell about 2.6, right? You are still cheaper, So this is what we mean by a stronger exit environment But of course, this is also need luck
Yeah.
So now to understand what are we saying like how actually this is only first part. First part is your competitor will give you a strong exit because their price already set a new benchmark.
Got the price support
Yeah, price support there already. People already transacted even on new launch. So now we understand how Kingsford work. So we use Chuan Park as an example, right? So you can see just by 2 years, Chuan Park haven't TOP The cheapest per square foot is they starting from 2269. But you can see now the highest is about almost 2008 within 2 years. So what can we know from this? It's just that today if there is demand Kingsford is very sensitive. If there is demand, they know that people are going to buy, right? They will increase the price. And I think during launch they actually increase price also in a way a bit so that because Kingsford style they don't want to sell out one.
They don't want to sell.
They want to keep some stock to
sell higher later.
Correct. Because in the end of the day, if they sell finish, right, that means is there unless there are some developers also work this way. They one day sell, but in this one day they increase 7 times. Also
about this way
they are phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. They do it one day. So doesn't mean you buy in a sell out project, right? Means you buy at a
good price.
Good price. Because in the end of the day, in terms of property, pricing entry is still very important. If you buy at the wrong price, it means you need to hold longer because it's why.
Very simple. Buy higher, you want to sell higher.
Today I reverse so means but buy cheapest maybe you're facing they're also very hard to sell.
Correct.
Maybe
how cheap.
Then people will start to nego more all these things. Then maybe you don't get the most out of it also
So it's not so straightforward It's not like buy cheapest, confirm make.
Because today you will spend 2-3 million quantum. Then in the end of the day, you buy something that is not easy to sell or maybe not so the demand not so high because the facing not so good. All these things I tell you also quite tough Then you like wasting time selling the house, then losing interest. The installment also at quite high. All these things. Then you might start to have something. Maybe I rent out first. But you all know that rented unit harder to sell though. So then it's just like you're dragging out the whole process.
Dragging out the thing, but maybe they want to like keep it vacant and bleed because you must understand every month you're paying installment also. So think that while selling I cover the installment. But then there's another cons whereby with tenanted sometimes it's a bit hard. It's harder to sell. So there's always pros and cons.
So what I'm really trying to share with you for Kingsford. Understand this developer is if you know that they gradually increase price, right? For Kingsford, you usually the people who buy earlier stage will benefit most.
Because we know the strategy. Today we buy at this price, we know that this developer strategy will increase price as the demand grows. Who help you increase the price? Developer.
And they're quite aggressive in a way. So imagine if really imagine Kingsford Guocoland, right? Launch at 2.6, then but the highest is 2.8, right? Then if he has still got stock left, right? He can do 2.7, 2.6 also, man. Straight away he help you if anything transact.
Correct.
And people sometimes we all know, right? Because we are in the market, right? People really like to buy that new launch that is going to TOP and launch that is maybe 1 year to TOP because they don't. Waiting is very tiring.
I mean, some people don't want to wait too long. They're okay to wait, but not like 4 years kind. So some people will still go for TOP, even they know that it's a bit more expensive, they'll still go for it. Also why? Because they can also, in a sense, save. They know it's new, so they can save a bit on renovation costs as well when they go in. Because TOP project mostly already provided.
Correct. And it's brand new, your first owner, all this thing.
Everything, you get enjoy the first owner benefits, but of course pay a slightly more and you don't have to wait so long.
This because sometimes they don't move so much time, so they save the hassle. They pay more But there are instances that also development, right? That's nearing TOP, right? But still sell at day one price.
Yes.
These are the things that we on the ground we know That's why we always tell our customer if we find some this out deal. Because why also it will have day one price. Then we will say, because maybe is it not good? Why still sell at day one price? No, it's actually usually the bigger unit Because if you understand from our previous video, right? Usually the bigger unit
the last
will sell last one because people will do a direct upgrade.
Yes. I mean, people going for this kind of bigger units, higher quantum one, in a sense, they will not be like so investment minded. They will probably, let's say they are looking for own stay kind, they will just move in when it's ready, like the way it's closer to being ready. What if I want to move our own stay? What for I wait 4 years?
And also the quantum will be bigger lah because of the bigger unit ma. The quantum is bigger. Then it's also safer to sometimes buy a nearing DOB because you can actually have a good understanding of what is happening in the area already.
Yeah.
Like you can see the new benchmark is high. Like let's just say Tembusu Grand. You already see the surrounding new launch all getting higher. Then today I buy at the brochure at this type of per square foot, 2, 3, 2, 4. I think still can.
Still makes sense. Still makes sense. Because maybe they see the other newer ones even higher.
Yeah, really high. Yeah. So they know. So sometimes people make this decision. They don't mind pay a bit more because they want to be safer so that they know what's happening.
Correct.
They also can see, how will there be any issue or these things. So there are buyers that are like that. But usually it's the bigger one because the quantum is higher.
Yeah.
They don't want to sell, then go and rent, then come back. Harder lah. What will happen when? That's why now we combine these two. Now we got these two. Now we know this guy Guoco is going to sell higher than you, the launch price.
Yes.
Then this Kingsford over time they will increase price. Today your entry is actually very well protected. This is what I feel.
Yeah. I mean, based on these two forces, right? Like what Matthew mentioned, this one and this one. Now today this one is protected already. The most important thing when you want to go into this, you just need to look at one thing. PSF. What is the good pricing point to enter?
Then once we know the price point to enter, then we can start to see layout all these things.
Yeah.
Because for this project, we saw the layout mostly like how to say not fantastic, also not so bad. Not like them three. But also got some that we feel that is better one in a like for 2B2 we got our Alfredo one.
Overall still quite
okay.
Nothing too special.
Nothing too special, nothing too bad. That's the thing. But so we are more on the Lentor is more on the price lah. So like we say like Kingsford, right? They like to increase price over time lah. They launch attractively. They confirm give a good starting from. But people will buy, right? But we must know how they we must see the prices to know what's the premium lah. Then from they will adjust the price because they based on you see OM One Marina Garden, Chuan Park, Momentum Park, all these things they are like that one. They always increase price. I think Momentum also did quite well anyway. So now we will ask one thing Chuan Park don't have something that Lentor Garden have. They don't have a 40% buffer competition. That's why now they are
nothing to really compare.
They have nothing to compare over there already. Because the upcoming one also about land price over 1,300. So they are around there already. But now this one is 920 The next one is 1,002. So they got about 300 gap to play with the benchmark to play with. So this is something that I think they will plan very properly to make the most out of it. So that's why when doing the launch, I don't know how aggressive they are. But if you can get something with a good price, good unit, I think you can take advantage of it.
Which is very important now. Let's say if you're really looking at Lentor Garden, you must have the framework, the so-called strategy or framework to enter at a good price. That one, I think, our other videos will share.
So just now, that's what I shared. This is the same thing. Like we have the higher benchmark for the next door. I think this is the only thing that is most important. Then because from there, with this, you are actually in a very informed. Because a lot of people, of course, a lot of new launch you know, right? We just say, since Tengah Garden already self-finished, Tengah Garden, right? Tengah Garden, right? Because now Lentor Garden is Tengah Garden, right?
I think
Tengah Garden, right? Self-finished already, But where's the benchmark? Don't have. You're buying based on what? Cheapest new launch in 2026. But there's no benchmark. We don't know the next land of Lentor is how much. Next land of Tengah is how much. But this one, we know. This is something not usually common. Like for example, we use Bloomsbury and the Hudson. Actually, not much different. Because Hudson did not create a
same developer.
Same developer. Hudson did not create a benchmark. There's nothing to follow. There's just. But this one now, I got something that I got an elder brother that give that pays so much more for the next land.
Correct. So they come in they are like the new price that's coming is something that we already have. So it's like a setup like that. Like already got a how to say like a backup.
Yeah, so
Got
everything is like maybe for a developer, maybe I tell my team, maybe I sell 50% for now good enough.
Yeah.
I keep some first.
Keep some. Yeah.
Keep some first.
Let the other person help to bring up.
When this guy launch, then I see what price they launch. We go a bit lower.
Yeah.
Then whenever I increase price, I also increase price.
Everything just go be a bit lower than him.
Yeah. But because Guoco cannot. Because they are based already there.
Based already there.
Yeah. They can give you maybe attractive starting from about upon time Guoco need to move our.
Yeah.
Because in the end of the day, all developer is here to make money.
Right.
For us is to how can we use this thing to actually buy into something better.
Yeah.
Correct. That's our job lah.
Yeah.
We are not just telling you, do they buy the cheapest, or this one good, this one bad. But why is it good? Is there something? Because to us, we want our client to really grow with us as a journey. I mean, we have customers that actually grow from HDB, now private. Then from there, they grow out their asset portfolio, all these things, and even move to lender, all these things. I think these are some fulfilling, like we see very fulfilling our job lah.
Yeah.
As an agent, as our customer actually grow along with us. That's what called property journey is about lah.
Right.
Now, another concern.
Yes.
Is it a concern?
To some people, they might feel it's a concern. The concern, of course, again, due to this oversupply, all these units, right? The question is, let's say today I want to buy for investment. So some buyers, they think like that. Today I buy something, but if I don't make money, at least I can go and rent out. So they'll think like that. So they want to find a place where I got chance to make money. I also got very good chance to rent out. But in reality, is it so easy to find such developments? This is something that we also want to go through. So of course, if you look at Lentor Gardens, right, we talk about rentability. The key thing you want to understand is that they always say, wow, very hard to rent, got too many supply, all these things. But rental actually is because of what? Rental only focus on one thing, price. Today, everyone market at 4,000, 4 to 5,000. If you rent out yours at 2,000-3,000, will you have a tenant?
Highly have.
Yeah, doesn't matter you got 1,000, 2,000 units, 3,000 units in the market. If you're able to rent out at lower, then you will be able to get the tenant. But the key thing is, do you want to rent it so low?
So what is the problem here? Usually when a unit cannot rent out, right, is everyone is fighting for the best rent. But today we must learn something is the investor, right? We cannot be emotional. For if you want to be a good landlord, right? What's a good landlord strategy? Is I cannot keep my unit vacant. Then as long as the renter can cover my cost, my tenant is actually paying for my property.
Yeah.
Anything I put top up, even 500 per month, all these are actually into the principal.
Yeah.
Which is called, we call it forced saving lah.
Forced savings.
Because what is the cost? Usually maintenance fee, property tax, and also income tax.
Interest also.
Interest. These three are cost bah. Usually can cover by the renter one.
Yeah, usually lah. You cannot means the rental very low.
You too low then you miss your forced saving a lot lah. But usually can cover one lah. Today I always tell my client, don't vacant. Because anytime you vacant, right, you wait for the 200 to 300, right, doesn't make sense.
Because I think a lot of like let's say the landlords, right, when they rent out, they want to not just cover, they want to cover everything, even the cost saving, and then got still extra cash. Then they call it passive income.
Yeah.
But in reality, is it so easy? You might try lah, and then you realize after trying for 6 months vacant, you cannot. But that 6 months already, you already bleed already lah.
But I know one thing is just don't be emotional, because I also a landlord. So at first I get a unit, I become emotional. I want the best. I want to want the best rate. Then after that I mean I talk to my my boss. My boss slapped me. Not slap lah. Let's say just wake up idea lah. For the past 3 years, right? 3 years. I mean 2 to 3 years. My unit never vacant before. Because main thing is, of course, we can see the trend all these days, or there's this higher rent, maybe. Then I thought, main thing I asked, if I chase away my tenant, then later I vacant for 2 months, wow, then the whole thing, the whole max doesn't make sense already.
Yeah, because when you vacant, right, you are paying the full cost.
Yeah.
This one you count as a loss, so-called loss, like the cost. The cost, then even you get a higher rent at the end, can it really, after you average out, can it cover the cost? Actually, you realize after you average out, it's the same as you accept a lower at the start.
No, you just feel shocked only.
You feel shocked, but you average out, if you had take a lower one, right? Actually, you cover up. It's the same thing. Yeah, just that we want to have the amount we see this amount wrong.
So for TOP project, right? What is the strategy? I mean, this is all. Main thing is don't be emotional. Be the first one to rent out. That's the key thing because there is competition. Then maybe people say because you want 5K now very hard to rent. Of course because everyone want 4K ma. Because there is so many 2-bedder, 3-bedder all want to rent, right? So you must be the first. Today got one person offer even 3 months, 6 months just take only because and a renewal at least you got some buffer to find someone.
In fact, if you move fast, if you take fast and it's a not so long lease, right? You never know. Maybe after that, people help you set the benchmark anymore. The other units are going and manage to get higher. When the time you need to either you renew or you find a new tenant, you realize the benchmark has been set. Then you can actually try higher.
Because my first tenant only 3 months lease only. Because they want to take the case my neighbor. Because DOP table renovation. So the transition. Okay, now I just take lah. Then during 1 month, they say about renew or not. Then after that they tell me, oh no, okay. Then within the 2 months, I can find mah. I got 2 months to find new tenant with. I got still renter coming in.
Yeah, while finding.
Then next one I get 6 months. Also waiting for project DOP. But after that something I get 1 year. Okay. Then now I just renew another 1 year.
But of course most people see 3 months, 6 months they check they don't want You want me? Wow, 3 months after that you got to find.
Maybe because I'm the landlord so okay. I'm not in so emotion. As an agent, landlord, I so technically easier to convince myself. No,
what you advise.
It's actually not really convince myself. My boss slapped me in a way to make me wake up my idea.
So not your fault. Even agents also think like that.
Correct. Because when we want to do things, we become a landlord mindset. I want to have a highest rent. Because today I also don't know where's the highest ma. Try lah. But when try you waste time lah. Yeah. That's the thing.
Correct.
So for rental and for new TOP project, I always have this thing, just be the first one. Don't be emotional. That thing. So when you want to buy when you buy a property, whether for own stay, investment, right, there is always 2 clans lah.
Yeah.
Try not to combine these 2 clans together.
Most people want to. They're normal.
But very hard.
Everyone want the best one. If you can, I get 2.
I get one very easy. Why these 2 clans? Because when you want rental yield, right? Usually rental yield is what? Smaller unit.
The quantum must be smaller.
The quantum smaller. You cannot. If you want to buy a 3 and 4 bedroom, or 3 and 4 bedroom, the rental yield not strong one.
Yeah, if you want strong rental, you can. You rent super high lor.
But usually you won't rent. Usually the big one, the quantum higher, then your rental will drop Means it's not a rental you play already. Usually rental you is a bit the smaller unit or the quantum. That's why you get a high rental you area like 2 bed all these days because a lot of tenant
Yeah, right.
Then capital appreciation play is usually the bigger unit because that's where people want to buy for own stay. They don't mind to pay more. It's more they want the area, they want the school, all these things.
I mean, you look at the trend. It's usually the bigger units that make more.
Correct.
It's logical because they
pay more also.
They pay more, They pay more, and if a per square foot jump, if the size is big, the jump will be bigger,
Yeah.
Which is logic.
Yes. So these are something that good to just focus on one because it makes your journey to buy a property easier.
Yeah.
Because you want both, very tough. Because high rental yield with high capital appreciation, you need a lot of luck. Because you need market sentiment. Because for example, 1 or 2 bedroom, you want them to earn 3 to 500k.
Wow, means the market really fly, man.
Really fly.
Really fly.
Because
because
300 to 500k in appreciation means the per square foot jump crazy. It's like you're gonna be like, for example, you buy at 2,004 per square foot, then you want a 3,002 per square foot jump. This people see per pay not easy.
Yeah, not easy lor.
This is, I exaggerating but I just tell you it's not easy. That's why you need to know which play or you. But for Lentor, all this, right, we know that mostly Lentor will be capital appreciation. Because there I think the rental.
If you are really looking at rental, right, then we would suggest maybe you can look at other area. If you really want that rental, you
correct.
Yeah, no point you.
So today we come back to question. So if a rental you, right, we will focus on 2 or 1 bedder lah.
And so-called maybe more centralized location, easy to rent, where there's a lot of like
Then for capital appreciation, we always use for you go buy bigger 3 to 4 bedroom.
Yes.
This sort of thing. So main thing is today, if you are keeping for rental, we must find something place that easy to rent. And there's data already there.
Yeah.
We buy a new area, then we also not sure whether who will rent for us.
Correct.
These
Or must
are-
have tenant demand.
Because the main thing is must have data ma. You know data, you are the first mover lah. First mover, either you first mover to die or first mover to appreciate. That's really
I mean, Lentor is still a new estate area lah.
yeah. So many things. Remember again, although it's like that. Just like what I saying, like rental higher, but this one quantum higher, but rental you drop ma.
Yeah,
But
rental you drop.
appreciation will be higher lah. Cost you pay more, the size bigger. Both jump 10%, but means your cap equity is higher lah. The money come back.
Yes.
So Lentor, I mean, for my opinion, will be more for a capital growth lah. Not a rental. Buy for rental one.
That's our opinion lah.
Opinion. I mean, if you buy what I mean lah, same thing like if you buy 3-4 bedroom, you think of a rental a bit far-fetched lah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not say cannot. It won't be attractive lah. Yeah, you just have to, it won't be attractive lor. That's what we feel lah.
Yeah, for me, if you want, usually for bigger house, you try to buy and sell, then buy something you want.
Correct.
Or buy, sell. But for rental, you want buy something you keep for 5 to 10 years, with good, no vacancy, then you must look at other areas.
There could be better options lah.
Yeah. So we are at the ending of the video lah. So now we go have this thing that today how is it our money lah?
Yeah.
What type of per square foot we want to?
I mean, sometimes our buyers will ask us, if you will you buy or not? If you need, will you go for it? Example, we balloting, the person will ask, this unit, we say, you ask can or if you go for it. So our client asks us, so we use this kind of thinking to so-called explain to you, if it's our money, right, at what price point will we actually enter in? So
Very straightforward lah. The first one is sure go one.
So if it's a 2.1 to 2.3, we will say this is the sweet spot. This price is very safe lah, in our opinion.
Because we don't know what they launch at, but anything that is within this per square foot, I think quite very safe. I think just go because, like I say, the future will be. I mean, I predict 2.6. Then why 2.6 to 2.8? Because there will be better unit ma.
Yeah.
Technically, that is the cheapest and the most expensive. So technically, there's 2.8.
Okay, but a slight disclaimer. Of course, we say 2.1, 2.3, but that is so-called in general because you still must do your own homework on the so-called unit selection, all these things. It's not saying 2.1 confirm 100%, can just go because there's still certain things we can look at because there's also comparison in terms of the units. Can be maybe 5 is 2.1 or maybe 1 is 2.3, 1 is 2.1, but actually a 2.3 better. So
this is just a general rule of thumb.
That means I at least can start to think. I see this number, I will think. Higher than that, then you will.
This number I won't think. I will just go.
This number, bye-bye. Correct.
But of course, if you work with us, we will go more in depth lah.
Correct.
Like we will compare facing. We will compare the developed premium because sometimes
how they load the premium.
this is just PFF per square foot sweet spot. It's not like today the demand where is the sweet spot. Like maybe mid floor, pool facing better, or maybe the garden view is better, the landed view is better. This view is only we know on the day itself. We can
share with you the framework lah. But at the end of the day, right, we still need to see what how the developer do it. We can share with you in general or what we look at, we can give all this case study.
Yes. If it's your turn, right, we are nearing 2.4 already. This one is at the middle lah, still safe in a way. It's because we know at least your buffer will still have it.
Yes. This one usually will happen when most of the cheaper units are already sold lah. So you will reach around this zone where it's like either you choose this or you walk off already.
Okay. And every time we talk about PSF all this is more on investment point of view lah. Like the safest PSF, all this thing, you want to buy all this thing. Today with this PSF, can you still exit next time? This is what our angle is lah. But sometimes when you own stay, you want to pay more.
That one is own stay lah.
That one is own stay. Because you're gonna stay, that means 5 to 10 years, you want to buy something you like, you want to pay more, you don't mind. This one is different type of buy side already.
Correct.
For us, it's always buying something that we can exit. Because we always advocate in a way flexibility lah.
And we always also keep in mind that we want to manage the risk. We want to make sure our client buys something safe. But if they really like it, then that's a different story lah.
And then the last one, of course, when you go on 2.5, this is the thing that we feel that you have no more advantage already.
Yeah.
You're just buying. You want to stay there.
You want to stay there,
You like the development so much that you won't sell.
Or you queue or you ballot, or you queue the whole day. Then you think,
just you like that lor, then you want to buy lor. This is for me maybe that, because okay, why walk away? It's not that it's too expensive, because it still have. It's just that when you have to 2.5 I think we can look. There are a lot of things open up.
Yeah, correct. You can think of the other options.
Yeah, because 2.5, 2.6 is already, there will be RCR. Means CD Fringe project will to fight already. Then if there is kind of fight, means they are also a competitor already.
Yes.
Then if there is also better, maybe with better location, better OCR location, with also this starting from.
Yeah.
It's just open up to a lot of other opportunities.
I'm not saying it's wrong lah. It's not. I mean, it's nothing wrong. It's just that, should we look at
open up?
Yeah. The fund no need to open up much because not much choices. Yeah.
So this is something that we so again we always say that it's not about buying the cheapest. We always must buy something that has the USP also lah.
Yeah.
Then today for Lentor, in terms of the is really the of the future Guoco.
I mean, end day, right, we do all these analyses, we talk about all these things because we want to help our clients actually buy something that is safe and buy something that is that have an advantage in yeah, and not just go and buy just because of the price or anything, but to have the right analysis. And this is what we always share with our clients.
That's a follow through strategy in a way. It's not like just today we try this thing.
Yeah, and you like okay, let me just try buy cheaper.
Yeah, based on your budget, all these things. But of course, we budget, we see what are things available lah.
Yes.
Then we compare . This is the type of work we do for our customer.
So we've come to the end of our video. So of course, like what Matthew mentioned earlier, if let's say you really want, you want the slides and all that, right? Feel free to drop us a DM or contact us. We'll be happy to send you the entire PDF. Yeah. So once again, if you are, you need any property advice or anything property matters, feel free to reach out to us. I'm Dylan.
I'm Matthew.
We see you soon.